There's no leader in the band. There's 4 individuals and everyone has veto power. I think that's a little bit unusual. Usually there's a band leader who's calling the shots and people are falling in line. I mean, some are more benevolent than others. In our situation, it's always been 4 guys with equal say in terms of everyone's free to write music and contribute as a composer. I think what that does, I mean, obviously it makes everyone feel invested in the band. They're not doing anyone else's bidding. You know, they have a real stake in everything that happens financially and artistically, creatively. And that seems like it's been a good formula for us. Whenever there's a long-term relationship that ends, it never really comes out of the blue, right? There's always inklings that maybe something wasn't going the way it previously had, or that there was some dissatisfaction. And you know, I'm not inside Jim's head, so I can't say for sure, but I definitely sensed that he was restless and ready to do some other things. The thing with being in a band is it has to be your prime commitment, and as people get busier and busier, it becomes a challenge to prioritize one thing over all the other opportunities. For Jim, he was doing a lot of production, playing with other bands, and on some level he just wanted to be free to take whatever things that were best for him. My wife actually made an interesting point. She was talking about there was some other organization and they said, you know, our organization isn't a pond, it's a river, you know, and people are moving, you know, it's not stagnant, it's not set, it's in flux and changing like everything else in life. It's good, we still, you know, are on good terms, and of course we'll always have a special connection. 30 years of playing music and writing, and you don't throw that away. On a lot of levels, you could say it was sort of fated to be. I mean, there's a lot of connections between our band and Felix's father. I mean, the prime one being that Bob Mintzer played with Jocko. They have a long relationship. And the other main connection was that Jimmy and Jocko were really good friends. Jimmy always had the utmost respect and admiration for Jocko, so things come full circle. I mean, none of that wouldn't mean that much if Felix wasn't a fantastic musician, but he has the talent and everything that it takes to play the music in this band, so that's the main reason. The other stuff is kind of like, you know, well, it makes for an interesting story, but he's a great musician and a really fantastic guy. You know, I can see that there might be some comparisons. Music fans might draw comparisons, but no one could ever do what Weather Report did, and that was a band that really inspired us. They, you know, Joe Zawinul, Wayne Shorter, I mean, all the guys. That's a legendary group, so we don't try to emulate them. I mean, we certainly have been inspired by them, but I wouldn't want to be in any kind of contest with that band. That's what is so beautiful about music. You never reach the end, so if you're continuing to be trying to move forward in your life and with your music, you just keep going, and we've been lucky to do it sort of with the same guys for a long time.